France is very popular for their food culture and more specifically their pastry culture. I had the opportunity to sit down with a brother and sister who love to cook, but more so love to teach the art of pastry making.
We've been eating our way through the city, and I can tell you many people, both those who live here and those who are visiting, associate Parisian pastries with perfection. Just ask Gabby and Carlos, the brother and sister who moved here over a decade ago from Venezuela with one goal in mind: to meet new people by hosting dinner parties.
We were gathering people into our house to have dinner and so on, but it was not like a hand-on session. It was more like we were cooking for them and then we were sharing what we cook with them.
By popular request, they now cook with them.
This was the time that we started to, in a certain way, changing a little bit the way that we did our sessions. Until now, that is basically a hands-on.
Because of this, Atenteaute was born. The pair set up business offering pastry classes to bake with simple tools. And it's open to all ages, especially for kids.
Top one experiences that we do, we have developed it especially for them, for little kids of 3 years old.
Gabby is also a chemical engineer who treats the kitchen as a laboratory. Her favorite pastry to teach is the macaron.
There is a lot of inside. It's not difficult, but there are so many points that you have to be careful to really achieve a good macaron.
And they showed us how it's done, with Carlos leading the way.
The eggs, we don't place them inside the fridge. They always need to be into room temperature.
You need to have a lot of strength if you're doing it by hand. Okay.
Plus, a history lesson too.
Macaron arrived in France in the 16th century.
Technique was the overall theme of this class.
Straight, and then we press.
Their hope is that by the end of the class, guests can replicate what they learned here in their own kitchen. And it's all because they truly do bake with simple tools.
The lid. And then you have your first macaron.
Yes, Gabby and Carlos also shared with us that although, the Olympics coming to their city has been tedious trying to work out rerouting and trying to walk around their own city, they're still very excited to get to experience this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for them.
Wow, Natalie, and what a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for you guys over there in Paris, getting to learn from some of the best pastry chefs around. But I do have a very important question for you, Natalie. Do you think you could bring back any of those baking skills you learned to Philly?
I absolutely think I can do that for you guys. We can do it right in TV3 someday.